What is up, everybody, and welcome to Studio de Jeffrey, where we're talking Cowboys today because, well, we got some free agents. J.J. Watt was just released by the Texans. Patrick Peterson is also a free agent, and I want to talk about those two guys specifically because I got a plan. Now, the J.J. Watt one, you just have to try your best, okay? You just got to try your best. Look, the Cowboys don't have a ton of cap space, but most teams have less than zero cap space. So if you needed to make some room and find some money to sign J.J. Watt or to bring in Patrick Peterson, you can do it. It's called flipping the switches, which I'm not a fan of in general. But hell, you're about to tag Dak Prescott for another year, so let's chase this thing. You know what I'm saying? J.J. Watt would help your defense. He'd play end. He'd play D-tackle. He'd help your defense. Now, he's getting older. His prime was probably, what was that, 12 to 14? So it was a while ago. But J.J. Watt's still a good player. Cowboys should call him. Tank Lawrence, I don't know if you saw it, Tank Lawrence on Twitter told J.J. Watt to check his phone. And he told Patrick Peterson to check his phone. So they're recruiting. And here's how you picture the Cowboys offseason, all right? You need a lot of help. Cheeto's a free agent. Xavier Woods is a free agent. Jordan Lewis is a free agent. You got Antoine Woods at nose tackle, but you could definitely use more there. You got a couple of different under tackles in Tristan Hill and Neville Gallimore, but you could use more there. So J.J. Watt's going to take some of those snaps. He's going to play some end. You're gonna put J.J. Watt in there. You're going to make your defensive line better, okay? We're going to do that. It's done. Here's my plan with Patrick Peterson. It's time for Patrick Peterson to move to safety. Patrick Peterson is about to fill your free safety hole. Xavier Woods' his contract is up. You're going to bring in Patrick Peterson. He's going to do the safety thing. It's time for that in his career because he's no longer a great corner. I don't know if I would call him a good starting corner. Like, he can survive out there, but it's time. It's time to move Patrick Peterson to free safety. So now I have fixed my free safety, and now I have addressed some of my D-line. I could still use a really, really big boy. And then it comes to what? Well, it comes to this. Ba-dow! The NFL draft. And so now we go through 3 rounds, and we have our NFL draft here, and we're on the clock at number 10. The top 9, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Penei Sewell, Zach Wilson, Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Micah Parsons, Trey Lance, Jamar Chase. So the top 4 quarterbacks are gone. The top 3 receivers are gone. Micah Parsons is gone. Penei Sewell is gone. So you are left with options. Kyle Pitts, tight end out of Florida, is a stud. Patrick Surtain, cornerback, Alabama, is on the board. My guy J.O.K., linebacker from Notre Dame, is on the board. Got a lot of dudes on the board. Now, could we do cap and trade down here? We could, but just for simplicity's sake, we are going to take Virginia Tech cornerback Caleb Farley. And now we've helped our D-line with J.J. Watt. We filled our free safety hole with Patrick Peterson. And now, hold on now. Chicago's beating on the door. You guys want to play? What do you guys want to talk about? Let me see. Let me just see. Let me hit counter. How do I get rid of you? All right, 44 and 138. You guys remember that because we might need to come back to this for 52 and 83. Let me see what our board looks like because now as the Cowboys, what I would really like to have happen is I would like for my top player to be Peterson's my free. I could take a nose tackle. You could always take another corner. You could take a linebacker if the right guy was there. I mean, if the right edge is there, and these two are 2 of the right edges, you could take that as well. I like McNeil as a D tackle. He could play the 1. I like Tyler Shelvin as a 1. Bobby Brown later. So you're looking around. And in this case, if it really falls this way, I would actually probably double dip on corner. Boom, boom, and boom. Those dudes are all good. They're all good. My order is Samuel, Molden, Robinson, but whatever. They're all good. Safeties, there's my guy, Ardarius. I can get you later. McNeil would make sense. Shelvin would make sense, but you can't leave the best players on the board. So it's really Asante Samuel Jr. or Jalen Phillips or Carlos Basham. That's who you're really picking is pass rushers. And that's another one that could kick inside, but now I already got J.J. Watt. But you can't worry about all that, right? We're building a team over here. I would take the best player available. I'm taking Asante Samuel Jr. Okay, now look, we're not doing trades, okay? Because we're trying to do something here, trying to get things done. Bam, looky there. So now what we're going to do is we are going to take our nose tackle, Tyler Shelvin, 340, 350 pounds of monster man. Marvin Wilson, by the way, I have rated ahead of Tyler Shelvin. Marvin Wilson is being blatantly disrespected here, and I don't appreciate it. But I might be looking for a true nose tackle, a true giant monster man. And so I'm going to do that. I'm going to take a true giant monster man for you here. And then we got one more pick. And with that one more pick, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the safeties and see if any of my guys are here. Or see if they're disrespecting my corner. See, now this is going to have to be updated. Kelvin Joseph, who they have at number 210 overall, is a top 50 player. So if this really happened, I would pick him right here. Even though I already have enough corners, I would take another one because he's too good to leave on the board there. So what I'm going to do, I took a nose. I've got 2 corners. Patrick Peterson's playing safety. And now for my next trick, I'm taking Peyton Turner. I have him as a second-round player. We're here at the end of the third. Peyton Turner at Houston is like 6'6", 270, long arms, plays up and down the line. He's going to play end. He's going to play D tackle. He's going to kick butt for you. I don't think he'll be available there, but you can only play that game so much, right? So there's your full results. J.J. Watt's helping you on the D-line. You have a real-life nose tackle in Tyler Shelvin to rotate with Antoine Woods. You have Peyton Turner to play up and down that line. On pass rush downs, maybe it's J.J. Watt and Peyton Turner at D tackle, and then Tank and Randy Gregory. And I've got you a new number 1 corner to play opposite Trayvon Diggs. Got Asante Samuel Jr. waiting in the wings to take over for Anthony Brown. And boy, howdy. I got to screenshot this. We did good here. We had a nice little draft without moving around at all. I need a screenshot. All right. So that was fun, right? So the point of the video was kind of that, hey, J.J. Watt is a free agent, and let's talk about it. And Tank Lawrence, the news would be that Tank Lawrence is out there actively recruiting, which is awesome because the Cowboys won't. And realistically, look, J.J. Watt, if I had to guess, Ben Roethlisberger is going to take a giant pay cut, and then J.J. Watt is going to go play with his brothers in Pittsburgh. Or he's going to go home to Wisconsin and play in Green Bay. They'll have to figure out their cap situations to make that happen. But if I had to bet, I would bet that J.J. Watt is actually going to be a Steeler or a Packer. But the Cowboys should make that phone call. He can help you. He can help you. Especially now where the Texans were getting rid of him because his salary and his actual production these days didn't necessarily match up. But he's still a good player. And I think if you played him inside a decent amount, that he could still be a stud player. And Patrick Peterson, it's just that time. It happens to all of us. You know, my knee, my back's starting to act up. It happens to all of us. Playing corner is tough. Sometimes you got to move to safety for those last few years of the career. So there you go. There's you a perfect Cowboys offseason, at least according to me. It's one that I like. Tear me apart in the comments, youtube.com/Jeff Kavanaugh. Just rip me up. Tell me how I screwed it up. I appreciate those things. Just make sure you're following, subscribing, and you're mashing the like button while you're doing those things. Check 1053thefan.com every day. The videos go to 1053thefan.com. It's a wonderful place for all sorts of sports content. Make sure you're locked in from 2 to 7 to the G-Bag Nation on your home of the Cowboys. Myself, Gavin Dawson, Brian Broaddus, Lucius Alexander. We party every day. So I appreciate you guys stopping by. And I look forward to reading the comments and seeing what you want me to talk about tomorrow and seeing how bad I screwed that up. I love you. You have no idea what anybody's going through on a daily basis, so be cool to everybody. I love you. Bye.